Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Wake Up Well. I am Laura Saltman on the Well World TV Facebook page. Well World TV is here to help you live a healthier, happier life. So each week I have guests on who are in the mind, body, soul space, the wellness space, the fitness space, anybody who can help us live these more joyful experiences. So my guest today is an author, a speaker. She has a community called Conscious Co-op. She wrote a book called The Grass is Greenest Where I Am, and she's building community through her brand as well as building her brand through community. So please welcome Noah Crane to Wake Up Well. Good morning, Noah. How are you?
Hi, good morning, Laura. It's so great to be here with you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. So you and I actually met, well, I would say randomly, but there's nothing random in the world, as you know, and there's no coincidences. I had just moved to Florida and I really didn't know anybody. And I was very active in the mind, body, soul space, as well as the holistic health space. And I just sort of like went looking online to see what was available on Facebook. And I hit upon Conscious Co-op. So tell me a little bit about Conscious Co-op and what Conscious Co-op is.
Conscious Co-op is all about bringing the beautiful souls together. When I first started Conscious Co-op, I had really no idea what I was doing. I have a very dear friend of mine. Her name is Michelle D'Ambrosio. And she said to me, Noah, I've run a lot of groups in my life, and let's start one here in Boca Raton. And I said, groups? I know nothing about groups. All I knew is that I wanted to be with people, and most of my life I kept myself very isolated and away from people. So Conscious Co-op was born. We just wanted to bring people together. We had really no idea what we were going to do. We knew it was going to be called Conscious Co-op, and it was going to be about raising the consciousness in the world and bringing more of what we can to people's life, more love, more light, more connection. We just knew that. And as it evolved, Conscious Co-op, it became a totally different thing. Pretty soon I was realizing that actually we were bringing the healers together. We were bringing healing energy together. Just our connection was bringing the healing energy together. And we created a program with inspirational speakers and meditation and just a beautiful community of connection and helping each other lift, because I believe when we lift other people, we're actually lifting ourselves. So it became this beautiful community that's just growing, and I'm beyond grateful for that.
How long has it been around? Because I feel like what
Mhm.
you did is actually a little bit ahead of the curve of
Mhm.
other people that, people starting Facebook groups now. And I feel like these sort of community groups were popping up very recently in the last year or so. So how long had it been around?
Conscious Co-op, our first meeting was in March 2017. That was
Mhm.
our first meeting. And it was actually in a restaurant, the Farmer Table restaurant. We just invited people. I think we had like 20 people at our first meeting. And we just shared, we just talked, we just connected. And people were so excited about this. And I fell in love with just having people around me, because being a person that's an introvert, that's always been hiding out, secretly loving everybody, but not being able to get out of my own way to be with other people. Um, the energy, the people just gave me so much hope about myself and the future, and about just, really getting past my own fears and being able to bring something to others and having others bring something to me. It was just a beautiful exchange. And that's what made me so excited to continue with Conscious Co-op.
Yeah, and the energy there is phenomenal. But you went from like 20 people in 2017, and by the end of 2019, I mean, when I would go to meetings, there was probably 60, 70, 80, sometimes hundreds of people there. So you really
Yeah.
were able to grow it exponentially from just a small community of
Yes.
holistic minded people, which is a testament to you as
Thank
well,
you.
and the power of you. What I was saying is that now on Facebook, you see people actually starting groups to help with their brand.
Mhm.
So there's lots of coaches, life coaches, holistic healers who have now created their own community. So you were slightly ahead of the curve.
Mhm.
How
Mhm.
have you seen creating a community actually enhance your own brand?
Well, I didn't create the community thinking it was going to enhance my brand. I was like a newbie. I had no idea what I was doing or what it would do. All I knew is that every time we got together, my cup would be full. I would walk away with a full cup, and it just felt so good. But as far as my brand, definitely bringing connections together, meeting incredible people has really opened a lot of doors for me. People know who I am. People want to be a part of Conscious Co-op. They want to help out, and we're growing all the time. What I realized most in my life, it's not about us. It's never about us. It's about the contribution. And so Conscious Co-op has given me a chance to platform other people, to contribute, for other people to contribute to this world, and to give them the stage to contribute. Because when we let other people contribute and we platform other people, that's how we grow. And I think it's what you're doing as well. You're platforming other people, but in that exchange, you are growing and becoming who you are.
Oh, I love that because I think people will go in and say, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to create these Facebook groups or I'm going to create this platform and make it all about themselves. Whereas your point is that we should be making it about community. If you're going to start something, start it so that you can give voice to others. How did you handle when we had to punt from what you were doing with these big, group outings at the farmers table to having now to do it on Zoom and other video platforms?
Yeah. Great question. And I love that. I love that nothing's forever. We have to change with the times. We have to be flexible. We have to learn to bend. And I love that because to me, I'm so grateful for what is right now, and nothing's forever. Like, I'll give you an example. When I used to work at Whole Foods, I used to work in the whole body section. I had a really good discount. Every time I would go shopping there, I'd get 27% off because they base your discount on the more healthy you are. But I knew that I wasn't going to work at Whole Foods forever. And when I was going to leave, I wasn't going to have the discount anymore. But I was grateful for it now. And nothing's forever, right? So we have to be grateful now. And with the Zoom meetings right now, it's great. It's a learning curve. So right now we did Zoom for a while, and then we tried StreamYard, and it didn't work so well. We had no idea that we couldn't get all those people on StreamYard. But it's great because I just feel like everything we learn from, we grow from, and we can reach a wider amount of people because now I'm not just like Boca Raton. Like, my friends in New York can watch, my friends in Hawaii can watch, in Israel, anywhere, right? So it opens up a wide network of people. So I feel from all this, Conscious Scope is going to get way bigger than it ever could have been.
I think this is true of a lot of people who have switched to video content. Is now you're reaching not just your little community where
Yeah,
you live, but you're reaching far reaching. You can have people internationally on as well.
right.
So maybe that was the intention behind all of this, is to connect us even further. What do you see for Conscious Co-op in the future beyond all of this? Any dreams or
Oh,
visions?
yeah. Well, I don't know if I told you this, Laura, ever, but God actually spoke to me a few years ago, and He said, Noah, you're going to create a world healing tour. And when He said that, I was like, I'm going to create a world healing tour? What are you talking about? I cannot create a world healing tour. He's like, no, you're going to create a world healing tour. And so I was like, okay, I just sat with it and I said, okay, I'm listening to you. I'm going to create a world healing tour. I don't know how, but I'll put it in the back burner. And one day I will create this world healing tour. Well, it's going to happen within the next couple of years. I could tell you that it's going to
Oh,
happen.
I just got the goosies. I got
Yeah.
goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
And part of, and we're going to continue the Zoom virtual meetings as
Mhm.
well. So we'll
Yep.
do a Zoom meeting every 2 weeks and then a live meeting once a month. We're going to go actually to evening meetings, Thursday night evenings. So even people that are working during the day can come join us for the Conscious Call meeting. And we're just going to keep growing. I have an incredible manager right now. I'm very, very blessed. And we're going to do really big things, and we're going to change the world, all of us together. The world needs healing, and we are the healers, and we're going to come together. And I think that's part of my life purpose, is to bring us together. It's all about just continuing to just invite people, keep being there, keep networking, but do it out of love. Do it out of a heart-centered place. Don't do it out of what is in it for me. Doing it like, how can I help someone else be out there? When you think of other people, you think a contribution, your life will change. It's the only way. And if it's you in the mix, you're always going to get in your own way.
If you want to start a group, don't let fear stop you from thinking, oh, nobody's going to show up or no one's going to care, right?
Mhm. There's space for everybody. There's no scarcity. I always say no comparison, no competition, no scarcity. You know that, Laura. Those are my big things. And it's like there's room for all of us, but we grow by supporting other people. You don't grow just by making it about you. Guess what? By helping others, that's how you grow.
Yes, especially now, we need to support one another. We need to raise each other up, lift each other up, stop fighting with one another, and create community, because community is what it's all about. Beyond this, you are actually an author. You've written a book, The Grass is
Yeah.
Green Where I Am. Can you tell me a little bit about your book?
Yeah, so my book was 20 years in the making. Just my own fears of my greatness kept me really small and kept me from really sharing what I've learned in this lifetime with the world. And I believe that if we're not sharing what we've learned, we're stealing from the world. We're stealing from each other because there's going to be other people walking the path after us, and they're counting on us. They're counting on us to share what we learned and what we've done and make their life easier, make their journey more smooth. And so I felt an obligation to write my book because I've done so many things right. I had so much to share with the world, and my book speaks for itself. It really does give people really good advice of how to live their best life, how to create their own greenest grass in their lives, whether it comes from choosing a soulmate, how to have easy childbirth, everything that I've done very successfully. I share in this book, and I love that I actually got to share that with the world because again, that was my biggest fear, is to die without being able to leave that behind.
It's a beautiful book. Where can people get the book?
So you can get the book on Amazon. You can also it's also on Audible, so you can also get an Audible. It's on Kindle, so it's out there.
Yeah.
And there's also a
They
journal.
can also find you at noahcrane.com. So if they want any more information about you,
Yes.
they can find you there. You also are going to be creating a new type of community. So tell me a little bit about the business website that you're creating.
So this is how I think about it. Like think about, like, let's say for example, like the Jewish community, right? They support each other. Let's think about different communities, religious communities. They support each other. Well, here we have a conscious community. It's not tied to any religion, but it's a community nevertheless. That's what I want to create here, is businesses and people supporting each other's businesses, and in return we all get to grow together. So by watering each other and helping each other on this network that's incredible, that I can't wait to launch and for everybody to see, we actually get to change our own lives, and we get supported and we get nurtured and we get to be abundant in our lives because we deserve to be abundant. And so I'm creating this platform for my Conscious Co-op community to be abundant and to start really uplifting them during these difficult times.
And if you want updates on that, you'll have them on your website at
Oh
noahcrane.com.
yes,
And
absolutely. Everything will be on there. It's going to launch within the next week or two, and it's already very exciting. It's looking amazing. So right now we're just putting businesses in. We're putting people in. We already have about 300 different
oh,
businesses in there. Yeah. So we wanted to launch it. So what's really nice about this network, you can write reviews, you can put blogs, you can sell things, you can put ads. So it's a really interactive platform, and it's very well done. It's exciting. I'm very
it's another
excited.
great way to build community so we can
Yeah,
all help one another in the world. And you are doing amazing things in the world. If you are interested to learn about Conscious Co-op, they can go to Facebook and find the Facebook page for Conscious Co-op. You can go to noahcrane.com and learn
yeah.
all about her. And then where are you on social media?
Yes, so it's you can go to noahcrane.com. I'm on Instagram, Noah Crane, Facebook, Noah Crane, all those different platforms you can find me.
Okay, well, thank you so much for being my guest today on Wake Up Well. This has been great, and I love the community that you have created and continue to create and continue to spread light in the world. And I appreciate you so much. And I'm looking forward to be able to actually see you again in person soon.
Yes, me too. I'm so excited
Okay.
about
All right, thank you. Mwah. Blessings to you. And thank you, everybody, for watching Wake Up Well. And we'll see you next Wednesday morning. Bye.
it. Namaste.